Hi, welcome to today's training. On this video I'm going to be showing you how to import properly your AutoCAD file into your ProtaStructure. You can see this is a file that was imported, but a lot of lines, it has a whole lot of lines and all that, and it's looking very bad. So sometimes a lot of people tend to import their drawings this way, and then you get to see it looking with so many lines and all of that. I'm going to show you the proper way to actually import your drawings into your ProtaStructure. So let's jump right into it right away. So if you have your any AutoCAD file that you have, all you need to do is just to if you have any AutoCAD file that you probably want to import, okay, so I'm going to use something very simple to demonstrate this, because whatever you do here, you can reciprocate it in any form of drawing that you want to import into your ProtaStructure. Okay, so let's look at a drawing that I can just simply do something simple with it. So I have a drawing here. I just copied this one from here, just copied a part of it, because the drawing is very large, and then it has a whole lot of line. In order for me to start editing them and all that, it may take a longer time. So I'm just going to edit this one and make it smaller than what it's supposed to be, just to demonstrate what I want to do for today. So I'm going to trim this drawing, T, enter. So you need to have a little knowledge of AutoCAD in order for you to have a proper detailing, because most times the honest truth is none of these softwares can give you 100% what you are looking for as regards to your detailed drawings. Okay, so the knowledge of AutoCAD is very paramount, because AutoCAD has a way of integrating. You can easily integrate AutoCAD file with literally almost every design software. So so it helps a whole lot. Okay, so I'm just going to take my time and delete some of these lines that are not going to be useful in printing. Okay, so I was able to clean it up to a bit. At least it's a bit more fine than what we were having initially. So here now, if you check this this drawing from where I copied this from, I just copied part of it, just cut part of it. Okay, you can see there is an expansion joint, which is basically what we have. There is an expansion joint, so you can import your drawing with your expansion joints. Just import it into your ProtaStructure. I believe if you are a civil engineer watching this, you know what an expansion joint. This course is basically for the civil engineers. Okay, so so this is the expansion joint here. So it is clean now. We can import this drawing. Let's say this is what we just want to import. Okay, so mind you, you need to take note that around this line that is going around this column that's shaded like this, you can see we have what we a polyline. A polyline is, you can just type PL for polyline. So your polyline can specify the length, specify. So this is basically how to achieve your polyline. So you can make the thickness of this your polyline smaller, because it's looking too thick, so you can make it a bit thinner than what you have there. But however, the basic thing that the ProtaStructure will recognize as a column is your polyline. So when you have a polyline like this bounded, ProtaStructure will recognize it, and then this your line, make sure it's in a layer, okay, a separate layer on its own, and then you have your column also in a layer. So you can see this column is on a layer called column, and then this grid is actually on a layer called my grid. So when you are importing, you import based on this layer. ProtaStructure will be able to recognize it. You'll be able to introduce import this column that you have specified from the AutoCAD. Even in the ProtaStructure, it will be reflected. Okay, so it's very, very important. These are the two key points you need to take note of, or else when you import, you may import and it will not recognize the columns, and you have to start importing these columns manually. For example, in a design that is as large as this, you can imagine how much time it will take you to start inserting these columns one by one from the software as well. So all you need to do, once you have this now ready, you probably don't even need all of these dimensions that are here, but you can leave it if you feel too lazy to delete them. Okay, but mind you, you have to do your general arrangement properly from your AutoCAD or whichever software you are generating your general arrangement from. Just get your general arrangement, make sure you trim all the edges and make it look fine or better than the way my own is looking right now. So but if you know what you are doing, just in essence, just know what you are doing actually. Just know what you are looking for. So once you have all of this, the key thing you need to take note of is these columns, which is bounded by the polyline, and then your grid. This is what the software is going to recognize as your column. Okay, so once you have that, I'm just going to copy this file, copy the base point. I will take it to a new AutoCAD window and I will paste it there. So Control V and I'll type Z, enter, E, enter. So now you can see the file here. All I need to do now is just to save this file as a DXF. So once I click on this drop down, you see different formats that you can save your file as. The highest format you can save any file is 2018. That's the highest you can save any file. So if you have any AutoCAD that is equivalent or higher than 2018, can open your file for as long as your file is saved in 2018, and that's the highest you can save any file at the moment. It comes, you can see 2018, 2013, 2010, 2007. So it's not in every version of AutoCAD that you can save a file. So right now I always like to save in 2007 because versions of AutoCAD varies, and sometimes the person you are sending the file, it could be a colleague who you want him to continue your design and all of that, may probably not be able to open that file. So I will save as training in the same folder. I will replace the other one that was there, which I imported, and it was looking very, very bad. So once you save that file, all you need to do now is just to close. You can just close this. Is to tell you that this has already been saved in DXF. Do you want to save in AutoCAD format? No, in DWG format, because you can save AutoCAD file in either DWG format or DXF format. And then this software, ProtaStructure, or most softwares actually recognizes DXF, not the DWG. Okay, so I'm going to completely delete what I already imported from the beginning here. I will delete it completely. So if I come to import external reference drawing, this is where I'm going to import my file from. If you come under this building setup, just click on import external reference drawing. You can see the one that I have imported already before. All I need to do now is just to remove it. Once I remove it, it is gone. You can see it's no longer here in our ProtaStructure window. So all I need to do, so it's important sometimes when you import a file and you are not comfortable with what you have imported already, you can just delete it. Now the advantage of external reference drawing is that you can make reference to the external drawings, so in a way that even if you make some little adjustment in your AutoCAD file while the file is still open. When you can update it from here and it will just update. That's basically the importance of importing using external reference drawing. You can see you can also import DXF import, but this is the best way to import your file. Okay, so if I click on add now, I will just I'll click this training and I will click open. I will click on activate and then I will click on import. Now you can see it's showing me my grid, which was actually the layer for the grid from the AutoCAD file which I was explaining, and then this is column, which is, although there is a typographical error here, but you can see this is how that grid there was created with the name. Okay, so you must make sure that it tallies with whatever you have. When you come to this drop down, you will see all the list of the grid layers that are existing from the AutoCAD file that you are importing. So make sure it is the right grid, that this grid represents your grid in your AutoCAD file. This column from the ProtaStructure represents your column in your AutoCAD file. Okay, so that's basically what that means. So it doesn't have to be the same name, but just know the particular layer. So if I click on import now, you can change some of the informations here: minimum beam length, maximum beam length. I always like to leave it at default. If I click on import, it will tell you the number of lines will be converted to grid is 12, number of polyline will be converted to column is 19. So basically what this means is that we have up to 19 columns from that was imported into the software. Okay, so that's basically what the software is telling us about. Now you can see the file here in the background. So if I click on OK now, you can see this has been imported, although there are some little hitches here, but this is basically what we have here. Although the software must have exactly, I just deleted that thing that was showing there. This is basically what it was showing. I think it's interpreted this as a wall, which is not correct, so I just highlight it and delete it. I just highlight and delete it. It's not a wall, we don't have a wall there. So this is basically how it's going to display. You can see some of those unnecessary lines are not really showing anymore, because this what is going to make use of is your major line, your grid line, and then your poly line. You can see all the columns that was inserted, although there was a mistake from the AutoCAD file. This is this is supposed to be 230, not 229. So so it's supposed to be 230 by 230, not 229 by 229. Okay, so some people use 230, some people use 225. Okay, so this is basically how to import into your ProtaStructure software in drawing. Okay, how to import your drawing into your ProtaStructure software. Yeah, so aside from importing as well, you can as well even use the grid in a case where you probably don't want to import your drawing. You probably want to draw directly from the orthogonal axis. I'm going to be showing you that in the next episode of this training. Okay, so make sure you stay safe, stay blessed.